Hi everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and today what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually giving a couple of my little doggies to two of my grandkids. I've already given a couple of them to other grandkids of mine, and I'm going to be seeing them next weekend. So I wanted to make like a little rug or something for them to be placed on. So what I decided to do, and I haven't tried it yet, so we pass or fail this together here in this video. I cut out from a piece of, it's a stiff felt, but it's not stiff. It's a very thin, stiff felt. But it's not, you know, real so thin that it just is floppy to work with, and that's kind of what I was hoping. This is some felt that I got in Happy Mail a while back, and so what I'm going to do, this one here is going to my grandson. Isn't he cute? I just finished him yesterday. And this one is going to my granddaughter. Super duper cute. And I just did her in neutral colors. She's loving purple, and she just did her room in purple. But you know, their minds change over time, and I thought, you know, I'd rather do it in something kind of neutral. So that's what I'm doing with really both of these. And this one is super cute. I made this one yesterday as well. Isn't she adorable? She's a little teddy bear that I put together, and I put little pearls around her neck. She has a Made with Love tag on her, and then I just kind of added some flowers in her hands and a little rhinestone piece to kind of hold the pearls together in the middle. And yeah, her pearls kind of hang down, but I'm keeping them sort of behind the flowers there. And I mean, these little guys, their legs can move and all of that, but I basically make them to be in a specific pose. These are not toys. They're not something the kids can really just play with and play with and play with and not destroy in a day. Because they're made with pipe cleaners and super cute. So if you haven't seen my how to make a puppy or a doggy with pipe cleaners, go back. I've got a couple of them in my my list of videos. However, the first one I did, which was a couple months ago, I guess, not so great. I don't suggest going back to that one, but I suggest going back to the last one that I made. It was a little white dog with a little plumeria flower on her. It's super, super cute. So yeah, go back to that one, and you can see how easy these are to make. Now, at first, that's why I say at first, the first ones that I made were just, after I had made a few more, I realized they were not so great. And I'm just trying to adjust her little feet here so she sits or stands straight. Anyway, so the first ones were terrible. I mean, they're not terrible. They were cute, but they were all kind of off kilter a little bit. You know, the head was too big for the body, and the legs were too short, and it was just a bunch of different things. Now, I'm not making these to look like real dogs, obviously, but and I am making them to be a little bit whimsical. I don't want them to look exactly like a regular dog, so I'm doing a little bit, you know, with their faces and stuff, and I think they're just adorable. I don't put tongues in their mouths because I feel like that takes it. I tried it, and I felt like that kind of took it to a kind of a different level and made them look a little cheaper. So I decided not to do the tongue thing. I do sometimes put a little eyeshadow here and there to make, like, I did a bear and I put rosy cheeks on her, and she was so cute. I've already sold her. And so I wanted to make another one, and this one is absolutely adorable. So, and she's got, you can see here, she's got a little butterfly acrylic butterfly on the flowers there. Super cute. And I used some of my porcelain flowers. There's a porcelain flower here and then a couple of silk flowers here. So, yeah. So, these are my little creations. I'm going to put them aside because I don't want to be messing with them too much. And we're going to start with our first rug. I've got a few of them cut out. I did cut them out before the video, so we've got, you know, a few circles here. And I made them fairly large. I had a doily, this one, and I thought, you know, if I had a bunch of these doilies, I would use them as the little rugs, but I don't. I have this one and I have another one somewhere in here, but I don't know where it's at. And they're so beautiful. I just didn't want to use them up. You know, and I needed something for all of my dogs, and I'm trying to figure out how I can make them more interesting, you know, when I sell them as well. I've got one or two, I think I've got two of them in my shop right now, but they do not have little rugs with them. However, I'm going to try and get some made. The price will change slightly with the rug, probably not very much. So, what we're going to do first, I've got these yarns that I got from my friend Robin. This one I got a little while back, and I just love it. It's a little bit like more rough. It's not a soft yarn, but it's super pretty, and it's got, you know, the different colors. And then this is another one that is a soft yarn. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it and make a rug with both of these and see how they turn out. So with my little white puppy that's going to my granddaughter, oh, and she's got a little heart on her that says lovely, and then she also has a made with love tag on her. And a little pearl necklace. Isn't she cute? So we're going to do that one first, and I'm going to do hers with this yarn because, and I may end up switching it in the end, but the first rug I'm going to make is going to be with this yarn. The next one's going to be this yarn, and this yarn's going to go with this doggy because I want it to contrast some. So that's kind of my thing. And this yarn with this dog is too much the same. So I don't want to use that for the little boy dog. So we're just going to take our yarn, and I'm hoping this is not going to be like super time consuming because it's not a super thick yarn. I wish I had, you know, I do have my pipe cleaners, but they're the same colors, so I don't want to do a pipe cleaner thing. I did make a little rug. I put a little piece of foam in it. Let me go grab it real quick for you so you can see it. It'll just take me a second, so I'm not going to turn the camera off. So this one is one that I used a piece of fleece fabric that I had, and I cut it out to fit around it, and then the bottom is just a little piece of linen fabric, and then I added the fleece to the top. And this one's super cute, and honestly I could probably use, you know what, maybe I'll use this one for my little teddy bear. She could be sitting on a nice soft cushy rug. I think that's cute. So I think I'm going to use this one for my little teddy bear. I didn't end up using it for what I was going to. I want to try making these little dogs and figure out how to make them sort of laying down on a rug and make them look right. So I have not quite gotten there yet. I've been trying. I've been working with them, but I haven't quite figured it out yet. So what I think I'm going to do, where's the end of this? What I think I want to do is I want to kind of double or triple up this yarn to kind of make the process a little faster. We'll just go ahead. We're going to go ahead with the gray one first, I think. And I'm tying it in a knot here. Okay. So, and maybe what I'll do is I'll kind of do it in pieces, you know, so that I don't have huge long pieces that I'm trying to deal with. So I'm going to cut this right here, put this aside, and we'll make another piece when the time comes. And I think I'm just going to sort of twist it. Well, I don't even need to do that. Okay, we're going to start in the middle here. We're just going to get it started here. I'm just using my glue gun here. I do not know how easy this is going to be. What I might do is just start making my circles and not worry too much about the center piece of it, because I can always add a little piece at the end right here in the middle. So we're just going to try and make this a cute little rug. And it doesn't feel like it's going to be so rough if I don't get it all stuck all over my hands here. And I didn't have any glue right there. Try to put not too much glue down at a time. Make it like a little thin layer of glue, because this is a thin yarn here. And so it's nice because I can just sort of spin this as I go. I need to find one of my little Lazy Susans that Jeff made me, put it on top of that, and then it would probably work even better. But I can see I'm not quite in the middle there. I wasn't paying attention real well as to how and where I was starting with this, so that's okay. We'll get it all worked out. Not a big deal. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just kind of go backwards a little bit and fill in over this way a little bit. I think that'll work. Yeah, that's not going to change it up really at all. I think I've got enough glue sticks here to... I've only got the little tiny glue sticks right now that I get at the Dollar Tree. Because I needed some one day and I just decided I'll just go to the Dollar Tree, I'll pick some up there, and that should do it for me. Okay, I came right up to that little loop where I went back in the other direction, and now I'm going to go back this way. Let's see if I can just get this going and do this quickly all the way around. Do a circle at a time till I get to the bigger space where I sort of have to... And look at how cute that looks. It looks like a real rug. It has like the little hairs coming off of it a little bit, so it really does. It looks like a little old-fashioned rug. This is not bad at all, you guys. Kind of therapeutic, actually. This is kind of fun. I'm glad I thought of this morning. I was just trying to figure out, okay, how could I do this and make something cute for them to stand on, since they're just like little shelf sitters is what they are. I wanted to make it so that it could just kind of sit on a shelf and have something cute to be standing on. And a rug works for me. I think I need to go in smaller sections because I can see that it's hardening up before I'm getting all the way around. So now I think I'm going to go back in this direction again because I can see that I'm still off kilter some. So we're just going to go backwards again. And let's see, to about right there. And then I'm going to go back the other way again. Okay, and it looks like we're almost on the right spot here now. So now we're just going to start continuing on this way. And what would be cute, honestly, would be to take some of this yarn, and I'll have to try that and see how it works out, and sort of braid it, do some braided pieces, and do like a little braided rug. I think that would be adorable. And we're almost at the end of this piece here. So then we'll just pull another piece off and start another section. And kind of what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to try and get myself down to a little bit lighter piece because it has multi-colors in it. And so we'll get a section of the lighter yarn that's here in the middle. Let me get this all unraveled. I know I shouldn't be pulling it off like this, but I just want to get it apart. There we go. So you can see how it went from that to that. I'm going to cut out this little piece here. And In fact, you know what? We're just going to cut this right here. Put that with the darker. And let's get this unraveled here. And hopefully not get it all tangled up. Alright, so I'm just going to start going again. And I want to put the light color in the center too. I almost feel like it wouldn't be a bad idea to just go, to even just kind of go over it a second time and make it a little thicker, but it really is not necessary. It would just make a thicker little rug. Not going to change the look of it at all, though. And it's nice having this gray felt under this because it goes with it well. And it just kind of blends in underneath. I'm kind of anxious to try the brown and beige one too, because I think that's going to make a really pretty rug. And we're ready to pop another piece of glue in there. I hope everybody's doing well today. Even if you took this yarn and twisted it into thicker sections, I think that would be an amazing idea. So just take it and make it like 5 or 6 layers thick and twist it. I think that would be a great idea. It looks like I've got more left over on this side than I do right here, so I am going to sort of do a double take on this side with my yarn. So I'll just start, once I get this going around here, I'm going to see sort of where I'm at. Actually, it's not too bad. Once I get around this corner, we'll be fine. I think it's deceiving because I'm looking ahead, and while I've already done the other section, and that's why it looks thinner, I'm not thinking about the fact that I haven't hit that section yet. I'm excited about this, you guys. I can't wait to see how it's going to look. I think what I am going to do, though, because I'm going to put a little border on this. So I think what I might do is get this around maybe one more time and gather up the yarn sort of in the center here, push it aside, and then put my little border piece on, and then I can take this and sort of go right up over the top of the border piece to finish it off so that my edges are nice and clean. I kind of feel like I'm kind of there at that point now where I can do that. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to just gather that right in the middle there, just like that. I'm going to use this as my border. Look at how cute. So I'm just going to go around the whole outer edge with this, making sure I get it going on the right side. Hold on just a minute, the puppy's in the room. Okay, so let's go ahead and start working on this border. I'm just going right up to the very edge here, and we're just gonna put the edge of the border trim right there. Trying to make sure we keep our shape good. And don't let our glue dry before we can get there. Okay. This is going to be so cute, don't you think? Look at. So glad I don't have to work my regular job tonight. I'm just not feeling too hot about going to work tonight, so it's a good day to have off. Hold on, Holly's sneaking in again. Go lay down, baby. Go lay down, Pumpkin. Go lay down. Okay. And you can see this part doesn't take very long at all, really. Just getting this little border on here, and it's fairly simple. There's no real risk of, you know, messing it up or anything. Unless you get a lot of glue stuck to your fingers, in which case, yeah, you could have some issues. But I do love this trim. It's got a couple of pieces where it's kind of bent, but I can take my iron and sort of press that out after I'm done. I'm just going to go right close to the end, but not quite all the way there. I'm brushing glue right into the middle of this little rug here because I'm rubbing it off my fingers as I'm going along here. And this is actually right at the end, so that's working out perfect to get that one last little scallop in there. Just like that. Okay, so there we go with our little border. And you could put this on first before you do anything else. I just happened to think that it would be a good idea to get it on there, so, and I hadn't thought of that before, so my mistake. I mean, it's not a mistake. It didn't cost me anything, so no big deal. No harm, no foul. Okay, so let's get going around, and then what I'd like to do is maybe another ring of the darker gray by the border here, or over the top of the edge of the border. I think I'm gonna make this sort of my last round with the light. But I have to make sure, I may have to go back this way in this section because it's definitely a lot closer over here. So I think I'm going to have to back turn a little bit. No big deal. We all know that works out okay. You guys, I just want to say thanks to everybody for watching, and thanks to those of you who are providing me with additional tips and tricks. I really, really appreciate you very, very much. Because there are things that I have not tried or that I have not thought of to do that could make my life a whole lot more simple when I'm doing, especially when I'm doing my videos. And some of your tips and tricks have just been amazing, and I really, really do appreciate it. So thank you for offering your tools of the trade, so to speak, to me so that I can use them in my videos. I appreciate it very much. And yeah, this is going right up to the edge here, but yet I still have a lot of room on this side. So I should have gone back at one point, but that's okay. I can actually go over the top of some of this beige when I go back the other way. So I'm not worried about that. I'll just start my dark gray in the right spot. And everything should be pretty even that way, and we'll just go evenly around from there. This is all due to my not starting right directly in the center. I was not paying attention to where I was at. I thought I was in the center, honestly, but I was not. And I didn't really measure and mark, which is what you should always do. I'm just going to keep on going till I get to right there, or till I get to the end of this, because I'm pretty much at the end of it. And that's going to be fine, because I'm going to go over part of this. So there's that. I'm going to take a little piece of this, hoping to find an end. Okay, here's an end piece. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to do a little circle in the middle here. In fact, I think what I might do is I might just tie a little knot right here at the end. Just like that. And just kind of start this right here. Just like that. And I'm going to go around a couple times. And I'm going to go just like this, because see, it's sticking to my fingers a lot more doing it over the top of the yarn, the other yarn. So this is not the easiest thing to do. And it's mostly because it's in this little circle. It's kind of hard to work with it when you're trying to keep it in that little spot. And there may be parts of this where I'll have to go back and, like right here, I can see this didn't glue down so well right there. So I'll just get up under there and press it down and make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be. Take this little piece and finish winding it around. And what I should do is get my little silicone mat here. I should be using this, I don't know why I'm not, and use that to kind of press everything down with, and then it's gonna instantly stick. Okay, so now I'm back to my dark gray. I'm just gonna take a piece and I'm gonna double it up. And start going around from right here. And the first row is going to be right up next to that border, and the last row is going to go right over the top of it, and that way I know it's all going to be even. And it's going to look good. This helps so much. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. I mean, I did kind of, and then I didn't do anything about it. But it was only a few minutes ago, so. I love these silicone mats, and being able to just take and pull a piece off of it like this. Maybe even a smaller piece is what I need to do, is cut a little small piece. Or, I mean, really what I should be doing is I have a little silicone spatula thing, but I don't know where it's at right now. And I should buy me a few of those just to have them around and just use that, because that works really, really well. Isn't that cute? We're going to do this round, and we're going to go one more round above the top of the trim there. And we should be really pretty good to go. That I can glue down in a minute, because I don't want to stop when I've just put this glue down and have it dry. Right there's where I need a little more. Isn't that cute? How cute is that? Okay, so now I'm going to go one more round with this. Hopefully I can get all the way around. I think I can. Right over the top of the trim. Kind of want to have my fingers to get in here right now because I feel like I can maneuver it a little bit better with my fingertips than with that silicone mat. I don't want to get it off kilter. So we're just going to do it this way. And you know, when you're working with your fingers, you find that you get better and better at it the more you do it. I've been using my fingers for a very long time and not using silicone mats, and so I had really kind of gotten used to it. But it's not the best thing to do because you can burn your fingers, and I have had plenty of hot glue burns, trust me, and it's not fun. We're gonna snap that off right there. Just kind of go over the top a little bit and press it down. And there we go. We have one little rug. Isn't that cute? And then, so if we have our little brown doggy, good, look it. It's so cute. I just love it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we got number one, rug number one done. And the bear's already got her rug because we're going to use the fluffy, thick one. This one's probably an inch thick. But it's nice and soft and fluffy, and it contrasts with our little beige bear. So that beige bear gets that one. I do want to put probably a border around the edge of this one too. And so now one more. This one's going to get fast forwarded a lot, I think. Maybe even the other one. I will fast forward through some so that this is not an extraordinarily long video. So now we've got to find an end piece. Let me get this unknotted. I'll be right back. Okay, so here's our next one. I've got it sort of marked in the middle, and for some reason it wasn't the same all the way around, but it's a nice circle, so I'm not going to mess with it. I used a perfect lid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, we know we can fix it anyway, so it's not that big a deal. I did do this little centerpiece. I'm going to press that in. I just swirled it around to get it started. And that way I've got a start in the middle there. And we're going to do the same thing. Just get ourselves going around. This one will probably be a little easier to work with because it's a harder, stiffer yarn. Much easier to work with, actually. I don't know if it'll look as pretty as the other one or as ruggy as the other one, but I think it will. And this one's got more of the variations kind of going around the whole thing. So we'll get regular changes in variation of color. So that's going to be kind of cool with this one. This is almost more like like an eyelash trim, only not as light and lacy as an eyelash trim. It's more like the old shag carpet or whatever that you used to get. And we'll be able to kind of puff that up a little bit maybe and brush up some of that shaggy look. That'll be fun. And let's go around. And I'm even going to do a little bit of twisting as I go around. Why not? I don't know if it'll make a difference at all, but why not? Almost time for a new glue stick. And let's get going fast forwarded. Okay, we are going to put our border on this one, and I'm just debating. I don't know if I want to use the same border or maybe go with something a little bit different. Maybe we'll go with this one this time. It's a little bit bigger, not much, but a little bit. But it's just a little different. So how about if we go with this border for this one? I think that's a great idea. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our border lace. Whoopsie. Going right off the edge there. Make sure that your lace is facing the right direction and that the right side is up. You could also do this where you put the lace around the bottom, like the underside, which would be fine if you wanted to do that. I'm choosing to do it on the top. I want to make sure it's down really good, and then I can add the rug bits over the top, and it's just more secured, I feel, that way. So that's why I'm doing it on top. Now if you did it on the bottom and then you put another piece of felt across the entire bottom, that might be a good way to go too. You know, really secure everything in there and make sure that the lace stays and that it's, you know, you're not seeing any edges or borders of the lace or whatever, but this way you're not going to see it either. So it really doesn't matter. It's a matter of preference. Personal preference is what I would say. And this is just my personal preference. I prefer to continue going on the side that I've been working on. And hopefully we'll get lucky on this one too, and we'll have one scallop that will fill in. Look at that. It's the same as the other one. It needs one more scallop. So we are perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Cut that right there. Get this going. And, whoops. And get a good hold on it. Oh, look at me. And I don't like the way that looks, so I'm actually going to cut another scallop off. And I think it will look better. Cut that little piece out of there. There we go. And I'm just going to put that right there in between. Okay, so there we go. I mean, I could take and go around the edge with some of this gray and make it even, you know, more different. I'm not going to do that with this one because I want to continue with the same color, but you could do so much with these. I have this, you guys. This would be amazing. This is a piece of chenille. Imagine that as a rug. I will be making one with this. The problem was that it was yellow, and I just didn't want to go with yellow today. So, so I didn't use it. But I wanted to. I really, really wanted to, because I think that would have been probably the most fun to work with. But I stuck to my guns, and I just went with what I initially wanted to do, and I went with it because I wanted I didn't want to use yellow on either of the grandkids' dogs, because neither one of them has a yellow room. So I didn't want to go with that. My granddaughter's room is in purple because that's her favorite color. And my grandson, I'm trying to remember. I think he's just got sort of Marvel stuff all over his room. I think that's kind of where he's going with his decor, is Marvels. And that's more like you've got, and the anime stuff. He likes anime stuff. So I suppose with that, there would be any colors. I probably could have gone with yellow for his, now that I think about it, but nah, I'd rather have gone neutral and make it a safe choice rather than going with a color that he doesn't like. I want to say his favorite color is red, but I'm not positive on that. I mean, these kids, they change their minds so often. My granddaughter's favorite color was pink there for a while, and then she wanted to paint her room purple, so she got to paint her room purple. Okay, now we're coming up over the edge here. And on top of the lace. And this one's looking pretty cool, actually, you guys. I really like it. It's more rustic-y looking. With that shagginess of it. I kind of really like that shaggy look. I'm going to have to pull all these little pieces of glue off that I've been rubbing off my fingers and letting fall. Sure did go through a lot more glue with this one than I did the first one. The first one I used 2 glue sticks, and I think this is my 4th glue stick on this one. So quite a difference. But this is a thinner yarn, and it doesn't cover as much with each circle that we do. So you have to go around a lot more times with this yarn. And I'm going to have to work with this here at this edge because it's kind of wishy-washy here. We're up over the edge on some parts and not on other parts. So I've got to figure out where I'm going to stop and start, because I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cut it right about here, and then do this side again. Right there. And I think I actually have just about almost exactly enough here, I'll bet. Maybe not quite as enough, but I feel like I do have it. Feel like I got it. Cut that off and glue that part down. And I saw another part that looked like it was lifting. Push that down. And then we've got to do this edge here. So what I'm going to do, got it doubled. I'm going to start with the loopy end. Right there. And there's one more little section right there. So we're just going to go backwards here a little bit. I'm not going to cut it off. Just going to go back. And then this end here I can glue down when I'm all done. Oopsies. I have got little glue bits everywhere here. Okay. So there is our second rug. Isn't that cute? And that will be for little Missy here. And she looks so cute on it. Look at that. So that is going to be awesome for my granddaughter. And that is going to be awesome for my grandson. And this one is going to be awesome for my store. Isn't that cute? They are so cute, you guys. You've got to start making these little puppies and stuff. Oh my gosh, they're so fun. I was thinking about using this. I took this out purposely because I wanted to use a piece of it somewhere like on each rug, but I mean, it would be really pretty if it was like a border or whatever, but I don't want to use an entire piece of this for one rug. And so this is all I have of this. So I'm just going to save this up. What I did think was I thought, okay, maybe what I could do is cut maybe one of the flowers out. Let's do that right here. Right here. And I've got just a flower. And I could take that and I could just kind of make it a cute little embellishment, so to speak. It could go in the center of the rug, but I don't like that. Or a little embellishment for the side. I don't want that for this one. This is for my grandson. Or maybe just a little one with our little bear. You know, that would be cute on her little rug. But I don't know. I think for now I'm just going to leave them off. I'm going to let it go. and move on to the next thing. She would be cute sitting next to a little flower on this. Wouldn't that be adorable, you guys? This is one of my handmade peony flowers. And honestly, I think that looks super adorable with her. What a cute shelf sitter that is. Let me see if I can get you to look at it this way. Isn't that cute? Whoopsies, whoopsies. I'm trying to see how I can pose it so that you guys can really see it like I do. Like that. Isn't that cute? I think I might do that. I might just glue that flower on there, and I might glue the bear on there and let that be like one whole piece. And I think I'm going to do that. I think I've decided. So we're going to take our little girl bear here, and we're going to cover her bottom with glue. And we're going to pop her on right there. Really strongly. We're going to hold her down. I have this flower too. That would be cute too. Let me show you guys that one. That one would be really cute too. But I think for this one, I'm going to go with my initial flower because I really, really love her with that. Turning her arm so that her hand flowers are the right way. And we're going to add a good, oh, of course I run out of glue again. This is stick number 5. Well, no, I take that back. This isn't the same one. Okay, and I want it to go like that. Oh, I'm so excited about this one. I really am. I'm super excited about that. Maybe I should put a little bit of glue under her legs. And hold her legs down. And that way she's not going to be floppy. We don't want a floppy bear. We want her to sit nice and still. And this way too, whoever gets it is less likely to try and play with it. Look at you guys. I put tanning stuff on this arm. I'm trying to see how well it works. I put it on a little while ago, and actually it works pretty good. I only put a light layer of it on. I'll probably do another layer or so, but I wanted to put some color in my skin, but I wanted to know it wasn't going to turn me orange, and it didn't. It's a beautiful bronzy color. So I'm excited about that. I haven't tried a bronzer in so long. Okay, so here we go. All done with these, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And there's our little bear. And that you too will try making some of the little doggies. I will do a video on how to make the bears if you guys want me to. I think that you would enjoy that. It's a fun process, and honestly, the bears are probably a little easier to do. Maybe not. It's about the same. But so much fun and so cute. Look at that little face. How could you not love that? And I was looking, I know I have some little teeny tiny little bees, bumblebees, and I can't find them. And I want to put like a little bumblebee on her ear or her nose. If I find them, I will do that. But if I don't, it's okay. She's got a butterfly over here on her flowers. So that will do just fine. I've been making some butterflies, you guys. I think I want to do some butterfly packages, but I've been finding some really, really pretty butterflies to do. Look at that one. Isn't that gorgeous? And that one. And I did this one I love. It's just in earth tones, but look at how gorgeous that butterfly is. Oh my goodness. I did find these as well, and I love, love, love these. These have a cross in the middle of it that says faith. Isn't that awesome? And this is the triple layer butterfly that I did. And then there's these. I think this is the same as the other one that I had here. Yeah, this is kind of the same as the other one I showed you at the beginning, but I have another one that's a little different. Let's see. Here she is. Well, I think I used the one that I had, but it's this butterfly. And oh my goodness, she comes out so beautiful. And then I've got this one that I found, and so that's really, really pretty too. I've got some other ones that I'm working on. I think I left them in the other room, so I can't show you those right now. I'll show them to you in my next video though. I'll pull them out. You guys are gonna love them. They're absolutely stunning, and I have a couple of projects that I'm gonna use them in, so I can't wait to use those. What I do have here, oh, of course I don't have it now. Let's see. I'm trying to get to this quote that I found. Let's see. What? I know what it said. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. And I loved that. And I agree with that. And I know I've told you guys probably a million times by now. I feel like even if the person isn't so kind back, it's still worth it to show an act of kindness. It makes you feel better about who you are. And you know, you never know if you might actually have changed that person's day. Even if they didn't respond, you might have changed their day. I was going to show you, I got some more Dollar Tree magnets, and I had another one here, and I don't know what I did with it. These are little faith windows, or but the other one, it's really super cute. I'm looking for more of the ceramic ones that I had before, the really pretty ones that I had, that I sold, all the ones that I had put in my shop. But I am looking for more of them, and I cannot find the exact ones that I want. But I did find these other really cute ones. These ones are super cute, and then some other ones. And I must have dropped the other one in this pile of craziness that I have here, because I don't see it. And it was super cute. I really want it. It's like a little jar, and it's kitchen. Oh, here it is. Kitchen measurements. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to do something with these. I'm going to do a video and do something with these. I've got that coming up. I've got some more of my porcelain flowers coming in, because I have a big order of crosses to do. And if you happen to see, if you're on dollartree.com or something, and you happen to see those same ceramic tiles that I was doing before, they do have some ceramic ones that are square or rectangle like the ones I got, but they're not the same sayings or the same images, and those are not the ones that I want. So if you happen to be on there and you see that they've added them, let me know, you guys. I would sure like to know about that, because I would love to be able to fill the order request that I've got from a very dear friend of mine. So just let me know if you guys see them again. I keep checking my stores. I've got 4 Dollar Tree stores, and one I found 2 or 3 in, and no more. That was it. So I'm still looking. But anyway, everybody, God bless you all. Have a great day. Please hit give this video a thumbs up and hit the notification bell so that you'll get notified when I do future videos. Got a lot of really good videos coming up. I am going to do probably a butterfly video, but what I wanted to tell you guys is, I started to tell you with these butterflies, I'm thinking I'm gonna make a whole bunch of them, and I want to start putting some packages together again and do some different butterflies than the ones I did the last time I made the packages, so that you guys have something different to choose from. But look at how beautiful these are. I found so many really great butterflies, and I'm super excited. I have literally, look at this, you guys. I literally have an entire box of butterflies that I need to, some of them are embellished, some are not. None of them are in my store. And I need to get them ready and put into my store and ready to sell. This one is one of my favorites. But yeah, I've got a whole bunch of them in here, you guys. I've got some really, really great butterflies that'll be available. And like I said, I'm going to start putting them together and getting them in my store, so that if you want to purchase butterflies, just plain butterflies that you want to embellish yourself, not just the images, but the ones that are made, but ready to embellish. So if you are interested in that, keep a lookout in my Etsy shop, because I will be adding some soon. I've got a lot going on right now, a lot of work hours, a lot of stuff on my mind, and just a lot going on right now. So I'm going to try and make that happen soon. My giveaway, the fairy butterfly, we're going to be doing that possibly within the next 2 videos. I will have that ready to do the drawing on. And yeah, so we got a lot coming up, you guys, so stay tuned, watch my videos, give them a thumbs up, and take care, everybody. Be safe, be well, be kind, and it will come back to you tenfold. Trust me on that. So anyway, I love you all. Happy days, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned for pictures on the back end. Bye-bye, guys. God bless.